We now know the reason why we glory in tribulations. It is because we know that tribulation has the capacity to eventually produce patience. And then when we have patience, prepare yourselves for an experience. Patience also produces what?
Experience.
Patience also produces what?
Experience.
Patience also produces what?
Experience.
Every experienced woman that you will meet has been patient. So Prophet Ara was telling me that certain days, this gentleman, the golf player, Tiger Woods, he plays 4 hours. 4 hours a day. Practices 8 hours. And he plays. Talk of an experienced golf player. There must be patience. You cannot be doing that. Let's talk of even 2 hours a day. So the experience that he now has is a product of patience. You have to work on it. You have to keep working on it. You do it over and over and over and over and over again before we can celebrate you as an experienced person. Patience becomes a what? A requirement. A requirement. So when after having had patience, then comes what? Experience. Those that you meet today that have experience, there are jobs where they are looking for an experienced person. And every experienced person that you are ever going to find has gone through the phases of time. So you are on demand because you have now acquired experience, having been patient. Your value all of a sudden changes. But how did you become even patient? There was need for an affliction. There was something that was afflicting your generation, and you said, I cannot be as poor as my father was. I cannot be as broke as my mother was. And in an attempt to walk out of that curse of that generation, you become so patient. That's why some of you, the way that you read books, you are being driven by an affliction, something that happened to your brother, and you don't want the same to continue with you. So from tribulations, there is patience. From patience, experience. And from experience, there is hope. What does it say?
But we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope.
And hope will make you unashamed.
And hope maketh not ashamed.
When you are in that realm now of hope, you will not be ashamed, even in this life. When you are in that state of hope, this is a level of hope where you don't hope for something and the thing that you hope for doesn't come to pass. It's a dimension of hope, and you are guaranteed of collecting every hope that you have had for each month as the year progresses. Whatever you hope for at this level of having gone through a tribulation and pain, and you will not be ashamed. They will not at any point in your life look at you and say, shame. Because you're saying, I'm here because of what I have gone through. They will come at you at one point and they are so expecting, they would want to have a piece of your cake. Unbeknown to them, there is a certain ingredient in that piece of cake. I know people today, when they look at my story, they admire, they would want to have my story, but not my cross. There is a cross. There is a cross. Be seated, please. Be seated. Be seated. Let's just do this. I know you want to go back to. Now, I feel sometimes it's good that I share with you some of the experiences that I've had, because some of you will have things happening to you and you say, how come God you protect the prophet more than you protect me? How come I'm going through this? I don't think prophet ever experienced this, yet he is this today because of that. Had it not been for that, I wouldn't be standing here today. What is that? That's what you're here to know. Paul is saying, because we know the end product, therefore we glory in tribulations. What is this man saying? It's a mystery. Let's unveil it.
Yes.
Let's open it up. Why is it that the Bible declares that the more they afflicted Israel in Egypt, the more they multiplied and increased? Their number, their power, their influence was as a result of having been afflicted. The more they
But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
As if they were not growing. As if they were not multiplying. Yet they afflicted them because they were multiplying. They said these people are becoming too many. If an enemy comes against us, they are going to join our enemy and we are going to be overpowered. Let us afflict them so that we control the birth rate. And from the day they afflicted, the more they afflicted them. What is it in us that we are not aware of that requires an affliction before multiplication can happen? Because you are praying against some of these experiences that some of you here are going through. And God seems not to be interested in taking it away. What kind of a thorn is this that is not responding to this kind of grace, this power, this anointing that you see every day? Everyone who comes here to church, he gives a testimony. This is what God did for me. And you're wondering, how come? I've had the problem ever since I joined this ministry. What kind of a problem is that? You are calling it a problem. I'm here tonight to let you know that might actually be an ingredient. Now, he's saying it so happened. No, let's not go there. Be seated, please. Be seated. Let's not go to that scripture. But it started, the growth started the day the affliction arrived in the camp. Talk to me about that. What is that with the child of God that you afflict him? You pull him down the more he rises up. What is it? The day that they fire you from work, that's the beginning of a new operation, a new program, a new project, a new company. The idea, the dream that you carry will be dormant until they fire you. There are moments in your life when God hires a man to hire you. And until the man is hired again by the same God to fire you, you might not realize any increase. Most people that you see today, billionaires that you meet today, they said no to something. There was an affliction somewhere. Be seated. Be seated. You stand like that, I won't finish.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Remember, I'm the one preaching. I'm not feeling cold. So please be seated. Be seated. Be seated. Be seated, please. Okay? Yeah. Starting with my beautiful wife, please. Oh.
But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
So you ask them, they are in agreement with Paul, but in tribulation with glory. Are you following so far? What I want you people to understand is this. There are practical things that you can look at in life, and you can derive life lessons. You learn, you get to understand the power behind God's creation. The power. We know him to be the creator of everything, and you can't be the creator of creatures and not being powerful enough to produce. You have to be a powerful God to bring this thing into being. And you must have enough power to create and enough power to render to your creation. Have extra power that you can give, that you can lend to your creatures, so that you have angels that are considered powerful. And I beheld a mighty and strong angel. They got the power from the powerful God, and still God remained more powerful. So he has enough power to create, and even more power to give to his creation, so that his creation is not weak. It has to be seen everywhere that creature goes, that it's a product of a powerful God. So a measure of the power of the creator had to be given to the creature, so that wherever the creature goes, that creature becomes an exhibition center. You get to see the power, not just the power of the creature, the power of the creator of the creature. So some of the power had to be given to the creature by the creator, and yet still the creator remained powerful, having given all of his creation a part of his power. He's still strong today. What am I talking about here? Now, I want you to understand what is going to bring more value to you are some of the experiences that you have had. Nasty experiences. You see, when you look at this thing that we have at the center, it's a mountain, right? Now, when you are searching for precious minerals, precious metals, precious stones, gems, there is a reason why they call them precious. There's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason. Now, in order for you to understand, to find, to discover gold, if your gold is going to be in alluvial form, those are fine grains that you find in the sand, fine grains of gold. If you are ever going to find gold, you still have to find it in dirt, sand, in dust. You will not find it standing alone. It is put in places that you don't like, next to something that you wouldn't want to touch. Alluvial gold, if you have to find alluvial gold, most of it you have to find it in rivers. You will find it, you rarely can find gold, alluvial gold on top of that mountain. You will find it in the valley. Not just in the valley. From the valley you still have to go down into the river. Gold, because of its density, will keep going down to the lowest points. Why am I saying this? I'm talking of lowest moments, lowest points of your life. There is a reason why once in a while you go down. Now, if you're going to pan for gold, you put everything that you put in the dish and you start shaking everything. I guarantee you, God knows exactly where to go. If you are going to find, even, you see, in life, no matter how high you're going to rise, can I tell you something? Even if God is to take you high up the mountain and you are right at the top of the mountain, if you're going to climb, I don't know, Mount what and Mount what, the only time that you're going to enjoy the height is not when you look up. You get to the top of any mountain, in order for you to appreciate the height, you have to look down. Gold, your value in life is kept in those very humble moments. At this time you are wondering, now I'm going back again into the valley from the mountain, prayer mountain. You will still have to go back to the valley for you to discover your wealth. Value is kept in humble places, deepest places. Right now, if creation is to be asked, who carries most of the gold? It is the humble place that will say, I have more gold because I've chosen not to be on top like the mountain is. I am the least yet I carry more gold